All right. Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing great, and I hope that you're doing absolutely amazing. Welcome to our last day of RoboPack, right? For a live session, especially that we have gotten for all of you. We'll be starting in the next 2 minutes, each and every one of you. We're sorry for the delay caused from our end, but we'll be starting in the next 2 minutes. We'll just wait for each and every one of the people to join. We have an amazing audience today, and we have an amazing mentor for today as well. And we're going to be deeping dive into the world of robotics and artificial intelligence for today as well. So there's a lot of things that is coming up for you guys. Just wait for the next 2 minutes before we get started. Thank you so much, everyone. All right, I've gotten a green signal from our technical team back then. Let us start the session with a complete power pack mood and a complete great vibe for each and every one of you. We present in front of you RoboPack, a 7 days webinar of robotics and artificial intelligence to each and every one of you present over here. Today, we have yet another amazing session for every one of you present who is watching us live through YouTube. So before we begin, I would just want to remind each and every one of you to kindly focus in today's session, because today's session is actually a combination of all the sessions that happened in the previous days. So it is very important from each and every one of you to pay complete attention to today's session, because there's a lot of wow moments that you're going to see for today. Now, let us get started, each and every one of you. Let me share my screen. Just comment if you're able to see it. Right. Yeah. So I think everyone can see my screen, right? All right. Okay, perfect. Now, hello every one of you. Welcome to day number 5 for RoboPack, the 7 days webinar of robotics and artificial intelligence to each and every one of you. Today is indeed one of the most important and the most awaiting days for every one of you present and who has been attending the RoboPack webinar. For every one of you who are saying good evening to me, good evening back to you guys as well. Hello everyone, and let's get started. So for all those people who are really new to us, who do not know us that well, and who are seeing this as the first session, I want to tell you this, that we are My Equation, trademarked under Tech Analogy. We have our mentors from Apple, Seat, Hero, Nokia, and a lot of other big MNCs out there. We give industrial-based experience to everyone out there who is in the field of engineering. And that is why we provide 5x growth to the careers of all the engineers out there. And here we begin our journey in the world of robotics and artificial intelligence to each and every one of you. As told, and as I repeat myself again, you are going to get industrial grade certifications, major project assignments, and especially mentorship from people with 10 plus years of experience in the world of robotics. In here, you're going to learn a lot of stuff of how robotics actually works, and not only theory, but a lot of hands-on experience that you're going to get through software simulation and virtual implementation. So there's a lot more, and we have just scratched around 5% of the surface right now. But today, I am really lucky and really happy to present in front of you our mentor for the day, Mr. Bezaleel. We have Mr. Bezaleel present over here, right? He has 5+ years of experience in the field of robotics as a robotics engineer. He also has his own startup dedicated for all the people out there. He has multiple patents on robotics as well. He's worked in robotics as a consultant for Prague Robotics. He's also been in the education field by giving workshops and career guidance to a lot of people, especially students of undergrad level, giving them an opportunity to go their mile high in the careers of robotics. He's a professional freelancer as well, and is skilled with a lot of softwares. And today we present in front of you machine learning and artificial intelligence, the main agenda of this robotics. So I hope and I feel that each and every one of you are going to get an amazing understanding with the world of artificial intelligence given to you by Mr. Bezalel itself. Now I give the baton to Mr. Bezalel. Sir, are you there? Could you please
Yeah.
unmute and say hi to all the people out there?
Hello. Hi. Hi, Kastav. So it's great to meet you guys. Meet each and every one of you guys over here. So it's what the equations. Equation are doing equation are doing is like amazingly great thing, because they are giving you the one of the what are the skills necessary for you to get into your career and move on with your upcoming days. So today we're going to talk about AI and machine learning. I think these two topics has been like one of the most well talked for the past 1 year. So everywhere we turn around, it's saying AI, AI, AI. Wherever if you take on your cell phones, it's going to be AI. If you open your Instagram, it's going to be AI. Wherever we see, we're going to see the word AI. And even in your colleges and everything, you can see machine learning, AI, machine learning, AI, because these two fields are going to be the one of the most top fields for the upcoming next 5 to 10 years. These are going to be the job getters for you, this two field. As well as when I talk about AI and ML, another one of the co-brother is there, that is robotics. So robotics is one of the co-brother which is going to be like using this AI and work along with you for the next 5 to 10 years. So today I just going to explain you, like I'm going to just have a chat with you guys and give out my knowledge, little bit of my knowledge which I learned by the past 8 years. So before I get into this, I just want to give a short introduction about myself. So I have been in this teaching field for the past 8 to 10 years. So I've been teaching from 2014 onwards. So this is next year is going to be my 10th year, and I've been mentoring lots of students in one of the top universities in India, as well as I've been along with the school students, who were like the 10th graders and 12th graders, where we have worked with many number of products and projects, as well as in the college levels also, like guys like you. I've worked with lots of peoples like you, young peoples like you, where we can yeah, I'm also a little bit young, but anyhow, okay, but you are much more younger than me. So young peoples like you, it's in the field of AI, robotics, ROS. So all these things are going to be one thing. As I was telling about myself, I'm also have a pattern in my name for one of my robots, which is I tried to show you that video also. If possible, if I have the time, I will be sharing the working video of that robot also, which is which has been patented under me for image processing. That's an image processing AI robot, which can automatically work using your gestures, just by using your gestures, as well as from your there will be a camera which is uses Wi-Fi and other things to make it working automatically, without even I will say I think the thing which I'm going to say next, it may amaze you. The total cost of that building that robot, it just took me around 5K. I can build a automatic cleaning robot which can mop and which may help you to clean using a machine learning as well as AI, and a robot which can do all this stuff for 5K. So most probably in the RoboPack course, I will be like we'll be like helping you guys to like build your own projects also in future, as well as I think from first day, I think Arco was like showing you about the Spot robot and Sahel, and you guys were like creating the Spot robot also. So that is one of the most now advanced robots which has been like present, which uses artificial intelligence and robotics. That is a Spot is one of the robot which in your RoboPack you're going to you will be like creating your very own Spot robot, designing and all these things, implementing the visualization part and everything. So today I just want to like share you my knowledge in what is really that AI means. So what are the different sectors? You can say, sir, I'm from a background of biomedical or a biochemist, or for example, I'm a EC, I'm a mechanical, I'm a civil background. How it's, and also I'm an art student, I'm just an art student. So how robotics and AI is going to help me? I'm just a like BCom, or you may be from accounting and finance or account section. How AI and robotics is going to help me? I just want to like say for the next within like next 1 or 2 years, you're going to see this AI and robotics in most of the each and every sector which is available right now. So in this like session, I'm going to just give you about a small introduction about what is AI and what are the different fields and different things involved in AI, artificial intelligence. So I'm very glad to like share this. So I'm just sharing my screen. Okay, I think it's just okay. Kastav, can you like say, does the PPT is visible?
Yes, it is visible. Thank you so much, sir.
It's at a full screen?
No, it is not in full screen right now. Yes, now it is in full screen. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. Okay, thank you. Okay, Kastav. So, okay, guys. When I'm talking about the evolution of AI and robotics in various sectors, most probably we started to like hear this thing, which is AI, artificial intelligence, in the for the past 1 or 2 years only. You guys would have like seen in maybe from after the COVID, we started to use this term much often, the AI, artificial intelligence. But I'm just going to like tell you, this is not like AI is not something which started now. This is like this has a history of very long history, which is from like from World War I or II. From that period, this has a history. So when I'm talking about why we need AI and robotics right now, what is the use of this AI? What is the use of robotics? Why should I use? Already we have like lots of gadgets. How this is going to able to change? I think you guys would have seen from your childhood. You would have like seen like okay, is the slide changing? Okay. So you guys would have like seen different kinds of in your school days and everything. You would have like learned what is the evolution of computer. They were like one time they were like the first computer, the first generation of computer, where like it used to be in the size of an entire room, like like a 2 BHK house, and the computer will be taking a space of like a 2 BHK house. It will be like entirely covered just to do a 2 KB of processing speed. Nowadays 2 KB for us it's like a nothing. Even our internet speed is much more higher than when compared to this 2 KB which was processing at that time. Then the computer size started to decrease, so they started to get into a little bit of smaller in like a table setup for a 10 by 10 setup or like that. That was the second generation. After that, in Apple came into the play, Microsoft came into the play. In 90s they started to like the computer was made in something which can sit on a desktop, the evolution of desktop, which was like a third generation. You can have seen there's a Windows 98 and Windows 7, all this stuff came on. And now recently, most probably most of the houses we don't have PCs also, desktops also. We started to moving to something which is much more smaller than the desktop, which is our laptop, which we can able to carry from place to place. We can keep it just in your lap and you can make it work anywhere. From the evolution of the for an entire room, we have got the power inside our lab. So that is the how the computer has been evolving. And after this era of laptop, we just came into the era of our mobile phones. I think yesterday Mohit sir was talking about lots of IoT device, internet connectivity, all the stuff he was like talking about how well that the internet has been like shifting, how the circuits are made smaller in sizes, different circuits to able to make for example, it can control the entire house inside a small circuit, a micro circuit. You can able to do that. So now all the we got it inside your mobile phones itself. In this mobile phone itself, smartphones itself, we can able to do entire thing how what a computer does. We can able to do n number of things where the computer does. And now that's where the AI comes into the play. AI has been been from the first generation, but the AI started to evolve much more faster in this generation, which is the era of smartphones and smart devices. As yesterday Mohit was telling about different smart devices, like your watches. Now you can this is a smart watch. You can able to control your entire operation for I can make a phone call. I can talk a call. I can take the messages. I can control my car. Even I can do a digital payment using my just by a swipe. I can able to do all this stuff. That's because the screen size started to decrease. The screen size from the bigger one, the screen size started to decrease, and now the screen size is just in your palms. You can able to hold the entire screen in your palms, and the device started to all the devices started to get smarter and smarter by each generation. So, and there's a famous line which was told by one of the scientists. He says that the smartwatch is your next era of smart devices. In your smartwatch itself, I think now Samsung, I think a Samsung new watch, I think it's 6 series, where you can able to do all the stuff which can be done in your mobile phones. They have bought all the applications from the even NIF transfers also, not only like UPI transfers. You can now do the banking NIF transfers also through your smartphones. Now they're bringing the technology, and all this technology started to shrink into a smaller size. So this is how the evolution of smartphones from the computers to the smart device came. So what is going to be next? What's going to be the next for the upcoming era? Well, we talk about first generation, second generation of computers and evaluations and all these things. The fifth generation, where the smartphones came into the play, where your laptops came into the play, that was the areas where all this smart devices started to boom. So what's going to be the next? Which is going to be the next which is going to take you to the next era? So the next era is going to be it's going to be much more different, where all this technology, it's going to be a screenless. So the screens are going to disappear. So that is where the AR and VR part comes in. Augmented reality and virtual reality. So most probably, if you guys are using Myntra, recently Myntra is using the VAR and VR technologies, and Amazon is using. If I'm going to buy a table from Amazon, now you can open your camera, and you can keep the camera in your room and check whether it's going to fit using this AI technology. The table is going to be visible in front of you. Same technology has been used in Myntra. If I'm going to buy a dress, I'm just going to show my selfie camera before me. So when I'm going to show it, it's going to show how the dress is going to look on me. And in lens card, I'm just going to there will be lakhs and lakhs of lenses will be glasses and lenses will be there. So how it's going to look? I doesn't need to go to a shop anymore. I can sit in my room itself, and I'm just going to use my mobile phones or any kind of smart devices. Using this itself, I can feel how I'm going to use the I'm going to use the entire system. For example, I can feel, and Google Maps in the 360-degree maps are there, 3D maps are available, where you can get into street view. I think you guys would have seen the street view, where I can get directly. So the next evolution of street view is going to be your VR, where we're going to feel this. I think all you guys are going to be into the technologies. You guys are much more. I will say you are much more into technologies than me, because of the all this upcoming things. You guys would definitely know Oculus. So Oculus is one of the VR glasses where you can play games battle games. It can be like PUBG or something, where you will be exactly feeling how you're going to get inside the game and it's going to play. Most probably in your malls, there are lots of VR games has been got into the malls. You can just go. For example, if I want to do a skydiving, I doesn't need to go find a airstrip and find a flight. I'm not going to jump from the air. I can feel the exact same thing using this AR and VR technologies. So, and most probably this AR and VR technologies, they are being used in lots of fields. For example, in your automobile industries, in your medical industries, and much more industries, where for example, for welding purposes, even in robotics, AR and VR technologies has been used. So this kind of technology is like a future driven technologies. So when I'm talking about future driven technologies, one of the main technologies which is going to play in this entire lineup, in the smart computing, smart devices, AR and VR, it's going to be AI, artificial intelligence. So when I'm talking about AI, as I told you in the before they were the screens has been bigger in the size of a room. Then it started to come inside your desktops, then into your labs. Now you can see inside your smartphone, like smartwatches or smartphones itself. So they are, when I'm talking about AI means it's screenless, seamless sensing. Okay, triple S. You can keep it as keep it as a triple S. And when I'm talking about AR and VR, we have been using a touch phones, right? In the upcoming futures, you doesn't need to touch anything. For example, now we have Siri also. Siri or Google is there. Okay, Google, we can just by calling it, we can able to ask whatever the things we need. We doesn't need to touch the screen. So in this upcoming future driven AI, the smartphones and all the smart devices is going to be touchless. You're not going to touch. After this COVID effect, all these things which we have been using started to be a touchless one. Because of the COVID, the germ protection, all this stuff started into era of touchless society, where we doesn't need to touch. Just by asking your computer, we will be getting our answers. So that is how the AI has been evolving. As I'm telling, AI is evolving. You can say that after the COVID, we started to learn about AI. For the last 5 years only, we started to learn about AI. But I will say the history of AI starts from the 1949. From the our World War time or World War II time itself, the history of AI has started. It's not a new word for this, that new word in the technological world. AI is a word which has been used far back in 1949 itself. It's more than it's 70 to 8 years old old term, AI, artificial intelligence. This is much older than I think most of the guys over here who are living right now. So this is much more over most of the 95% of the people who are it's AI is much more older than 95% of people who are living right now in the world. So this is one of the things. The root of AI, I will say that it's not started from 1949 itself. That origin comes back from the from our Greek and the Egyptian civilization. The term robot came from the Egyptian civilization. There's a myth in the Greek saying that there's a Asian myth which is showing few stuff. For example, there's a wall. I'm not sure where the exact diagram is. Somewhere in the Greece. In that museum, you can able to see a image of a robot, a mechanical machine, which is like helping the humans, which has been like carved in the ancient Egypt. And the mechanical like a mechanical human-like structured thing helping the people. It has been like written in the Greek mythology as well as in your Egyptian methodology also. So these things of AI is like far back when compared to all the other technology which is currently right now. So in 1943 itself, the first AI started to come. So the first work was started from 1943 to 1943 to 1949. So the first it was like derived from like Warren McClellan. So Warren McClellan is the first person who suggested that we can use something known as artificial neurons. So using nowadays, you guys would have like heard about the term known as neural networks. You guys would have heard about neural networks and all this stuff, right? So it was like first derived in 1943 by Warren McCallum, that we can use neurons which can make the computer think like a human using the connections of neurons, because our brain has like n number of neurons which is be like connected, and it forms like a map like structure. So that is how the our brain works. So he preferred that we can build something for a computer using this similar kind of neurons. For example, let's take us. Okay, so our eyes is the most powerful AI in the world, guys. Our eyes and our brain are the most powerful processor which is processing in the world. So let's see how the AI works. Okay, so how this neural networks, like the artificial neurons works. So first what we are doing is we are seeing an object. For example, I'm seeing an object right now. I'm seeing this is a something a rectangles design. So I'm seeing it, it is a rectangle design, and I'm seeing that it is an there's some light. So my brain started to learn what is it. So I'm started to learn that is a mobile phone. So what are the things we can do? By when we started to learn ourselves how the mobile phone is using, what are the options it's hidden inside it. We will be like seeing lots of videos, we'll be like asking our friends, we'll be like seeing manuals, we'll be like referring to lots of books and everything to make to learn how to use this gadget. So similarly how we are training ourselves, it was like we started to work out with AI. So that is how this they started to think of this term, which is like it was not derived, the term AI was not derived in that time, but the idea of AI was started from 1943. And in 1949, urban learning, still now we are using this algorithm, urban's algorithm. And this we are using this derivation for the long time in the field of bio as well as in the computer science also. You have this algorithm working, urban algorithm has been like working. So this is how the the idea of AI started to start. And in 1950, Alan Turing. So Alan Turing is a person who was he was like first to came out with the term machine learning, where he was the first person to say that we can make the machine learn. So as I was like telling, we are by inputting the data, by we can compute the machines to be intelligent. So it was like in 1915. And in as I was telling, in 1949, Donald Erb. So that was the guy who was in the before this show, Donald Erb. So he was like a person who was like updating about we was like telling the connection between the strength of the neurons, how to develop the connection strength between each and every neurons. Based on that, this Alan Turing, he computed a logical we can say it like more of a logical theorem, where he started tuning's algorithm. Still now, if you're computer science major, you guys would have like seen it in the 11, even in your school itself, you must have heard about this tuning algorithm, tuning test or tuning algorithm. So he was the first person to coin, and he was the first person to came up with the machines can work automatically by computing the machine with intelligence. By giving the machine some intelligence, we can make the computer learned by itself. He was the first person to introduce the term machine learning. And in 1952, 53, 52, there was the first conference which was like held in Dortmund. I think most probably you guys in Wikipedia and everywhere, you would have like known this thing. So in 1956 only, they started to coin the term, which is the term was like in the Dortmund conference in 19, they said John McCarthy was the, like, you can call him as the father of AI, because he came up with the term artificial intelligence. At the time when the AI that coin in 1956, at the time they were like using 2 to 3 softwares. Now we are like Python, we are like lots of languages, Java, Arduino. So like that we have like n number of languages, C, C++ and all. At the time in 1950s, we have like Fortran, Lisp and COBOL. So this 3 softwares was only used in that time. So at the time there was like a first AI program. The first AI program was written in 1955 itself. Before the term AI was termed, the first AI program has been like written. So the first AI program name is Logical Terrorist. Sorry, Logical Theorist. Okay, sorry for the thing. Okay, so Logical Theorist is the first AI program which can able to do mathematical, for example, if you give a statistical sum, it can able to like give out the output. So that was the first algorithm, like first AI program which was written before even the coined the term AI. After that, in 1956 itself, in the Dortmund conference, the John McCarthy and few people, they proposed the term AI and they coined the term AI. And after that onwards, they started to use that's what we are calling as AI. And in 1956, you guys have used lots of chatbots right now. No, so nowadays we are whatever. If you want to like write a resume, if you want to do anything, the first thing nowadays we are using is Chat GPT or Brad. So Chat GPT, most probably we are using Chat GPT. So before all these chatbots came into place, in Facebook chatbots, in Amazon chatbots, before all this chatbot, the first chatbot was came up in the year 1966. It is known as Eliza. So the first chatbot which was like created, it was created by a scientist known as Joseph. So the first chatbot which can able to interact with the people was created in the year 1966. And after this, the world started to why the computer should be in a form of a like a box like structure or anything. Why it can't be in a structure of an human? So in 1972, the first humanoid robot was built in Japan. I think after the World War, after the like our nuclear explosion, and Japan started to get the eyes into the technologies through was driven into the technological world. Now I think you guys have like seen in the videos, Japan is like one of the top technological countries where you can like see technologies everywhere, like smart devices each and every place, like in the streets, in the houses, offices, and everywhere. Japan is a place where you can see lots of technologies. So the first humanoid robot known as Robot 1. So that was the first robot which was created in Japan. So I think I think everyone knows that robot which is there, right? So that is Asimo. But the Robot 1 is like, it doesn't look like all this kind of a sophisticated. It will be like a skeleton. Most probably in the second day, you and you guys are like building the skeleton for spot, right? So like that, it will be like in a skeleton format only. Okay, just a minute, guys. Okay. So it will be in that format. And after this, now we are like telling that like the system, we are expertise in some like machine learning and expertise system. You guys would have learned all this technology. So in 1980 was the era where the expert system started to play. Now also they are using lots of expert systems, are been like using algorithms and all lots of things has been like used. So what is this expert system is? It should mimic a decision decision like a human. The expert system work of the expert system is to mimic the how a human going to think. So that is the major work of this expert system. That's how the machine learning has been like working. For example, I need to like drink a water. So what I'm going to do is, first I need to like take a decision, right? So I'm just going to like, first I'm going to find out where is my bottle. So I'm going to take my bottle. So after taking the bottle, I'm just going to like open the cap. After that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to drink. So that's how a human works. So before all this thing, when we feel thirsty only, we'll be like asking for water, right? So that's what where this expert system comes into play. If you ask the expert system to give you the water, like the similar thing, the robot, or it can be like any device, first it will be like taking the bottle, finding out what is a water. So it should be in a bottle format, or it should be like given in a cup or anything based on the system. It may be a dispenser, or it may be an humanoid robot. And nowadays in restaurants also, they have been like using robots for serving purposes. So first it needs to know how a human decides. If I'm going to like if I'm asking the water, the robot can't just throw the water to my face, right? It's not going to be that good. It's need to like give the water bottle or a glass in my hand. So that's how a human thinks, right? So this expert system needs to make the decision like a human. So, and from 1980 till present, this expert system has started to been in the growth. And in 1997, I think everyone would have like known IBM. So IBM is like one of the leading companies which started with AI. So they were like even we can say that like they are one of the first companies to come out with the expert system based AI algorithm. So they have like Deep Blue. So Deep Blue, I think you can see it in the image. So Deep Blue is like one of the, okay, I just saw a chart. So like in that someone said about Unimate. So Unimate is first mechanical robot. It's not an we can't say it as an humanoid. I'm talking about humanoid. So first humanoid is robot. Okay, Unimate is not a humanoid robot. I'm just talking about the first humanoid robot, not the entire robotics lineup. In the entire robotics lineup, Unimate is the first robot. Okay, guys. So next thing is like in 1997, this Deep Blue is a expert system AI system which can play chess. At that time, now we are like lots of Carlsen and Vishwanathan from our end. They were like previous grandmasters. Now they are like lots of grandmasters from India. At that time, Gary Kasparov was the grandmaster of the world chess grandmaster. This robot, we can say it as a robot or a expert system AI computer. So this can able to beat the first time the AI beat the human. So this was the first place where in the chess it can able to beat the AI. Okay, and after that, so that was the place where the AI started to get more interns and in lots of field. And in 2002, Roomba came. So Roomba is like I think you guys know Roomba, and now MI has its own cleaning robot, and lots of cleaning robots are there in the market right now. So Roomba is the first robot which can like use AI. So when I'm talking about AI, I think I will be like getting back to that thing. It's not just about something we can't able to say. AI is like an entire lineup of different domains coming together. And only we can call it as an AI. There are like lots of domains coming into AI. As okay, first robot on the John Devil. Okay, Shaky. I think if I'm not right, that was the I'm not. That is the first AI program. If I'm not, if I'm sure, I'm not sure. But you can like guys check it out. Okay. Someone in the chat said, okay, what is a Roomba? Okay, a Roomba is a cleaning robot. So most probably, I can able to also show you like one of my cleaning robot. Okay, just a minute. I'll just show you guys my cleaning robot. Okay. So this is my cleaning robot, which I told you I made the entire artificial intelligence AI robot for 5K, right? So it has a like I'm not sure. Okay, it has a camera. It has a camera in front of it. I will be like try to show you the working.
Basically, sir.
Yeah,
Hi,
yeah.
hi, sir. So if you could remove the background and then show the people, that would be really great. That can also work.
Okay, I think most probably I show them the video of the working video. That will be much more
Yeah,
clear,
yeah,
I
that will
think.
be great. That will be great. Yes.
Okay, so this is like one of the robot. Okay, so it can able to clean as well. It has a camera in front of it. Okay, so where this camera does the entire operation. So all this operation has been like done in the cloud. Nothing is operating inside this robot. I have like set up a cloud server. All these robot operations, like the machine learning AI part, as well as the locomotion part, everything is been like done in the cloud. So for this robot only, I have the pattern. So this is like much more like an advanced version of Roomba. So Roomba is like simple. It's like if you turn on, it will be like based on your. It will be mapping the entire room. That's what we're going to learn in the RoboPack also, where we're going to like program the spot robot. For example, you can build your own robots like this. If you know, if you're coming to the RoboPack, you're going to take the RoboPack. We'll be like teaching you how to like code a robot like this. If you're keeping it inside your house, it will able to map the entire room, and once it's mapped, it can work automatically. It knows where is your table is there, where is your sofa, where is your door is there. So what are the obstacles is there, where you're going to sit. All these things the robot can teach on its own, and it can work on its own. So we'll be like teaching you all the ways in the course. So coming back to this like AI, after 2002, in lots of field, AI started to come into play. In 2006, lots of banks started to use AI business. I think if you guys are done with banking, which is from SBI, SDFC banking. So all this banking, they started to use AI in business. So in business, it is used for like now AI has been like used for doing SEOs, digital marketing, and for writing contents, and for chat, like talking with the client. So recently I was like going through one of the SDFC's chatbot. I was like reading about the chatbot, where it was like said that SDFC chatbot, it can able to interact with the customer like a real human. Next time if you're going to chat with the SDFC, like you're going to take customer care, don't think it's going to be a human. It is a chatbot which is talking to you like a customer, like a customer agent. So that is a chatbot. So each and every day, it's taking around all over India. That particular chatbot is taking around more than like 1 lakh calls per day for the entire operations, calls as well as the chat messages. So you're asking like in your do list on a chat, so I want to like open an account, what is the procedure? So it will be like the annoying 1 2 3 things will be like press 1 press 2, all these things are coming. But if you're an SDFC customer, I think that is much more easier. You can able to feel the difference in their chatbot. So that has been like made it was like cutting the cost for them. So the bank started to get more profit because the customer service and the customer acquisition cost started to increase. When I'm talking about customer acquisition, using the AI and machine learning, they can give a much effective service to the client people. So that is what is AI is to make the work much more easier and much more faster. And in 2011, again, IBM started to come out with something known as Watson. Still now, Watson is one of the most active platforms where you can play with the AI. They are in the banking sector, they are in the healthcare sector, they are in the transportation sector, they are in the education sector. They are covering all the major sectors, which is like use this IBM Watson's AI. You can use it in all the major sectors, and even you can create your own chatbot or anything using this IBM Watson. And after this, in from 2011, we started to get into like lots of things from 2012 till present. We started in 2012. Google came out with AI, but I think it's not functional now, known as Google now. So Google now, it's one of the chatbot which Google came up, like Google. Now we have OK Google, right? So that was the previous version. It came out in 2000. Sorry, my in my phone. OK Google just got started. So that's how the AI started to make. Even when I'm talking of, when I say that word OK plus that Google word, my phone started to like type what are the things I'm saying. So that's how the AI has been like getting into our everyday usage. And another thing I just want to add with the 2011 IBM Watson. So that was the period where it came out with natural language processing, NLP. Nowadays chat GPT is like one of the example where the NLP has been like used. Amazon uses the NLP based on your like I think Amazon is one of the biggest player which uses your machine learning and NLP. For example, if you're going to like typing in your Google search, I'm going to like search like for example, I'm going to buy a car. Okay, so I'm going to buy a car. I'm just typing Hyundai. Okay, if Hyundai, and I'm just go browsing through the things. Within like next half an hour, all the in Amazon, it will be like showing me all the car accessories in my suggested list. All the car accessories will be like showing. For or else, if I'm going to like see, let's say I'm going to buy a Nike shoe, so I'm just going and checking with Nike or a Puma shoe. I just saw it in the saw the shoe, just visited the website. The Google and Amazon, I'm not sure with the connections, but Amazon starts to use the machine learning and this NLP based on what you are typing. They started to give you suggestions. You can have seen in when you are using in your YouTube also. Now you are using YouTube, right? So based on your recent searches in your YouTube as well as in your Google, you will be like getting the ads. So that's how the AI has been like used in business. That's how the NLP started to grow. And 2012, Google started to use all these things. And from 2014 till now, like n number of chatbots, n number of AI programs has been like came into machine learning programs, yeah, NLP programs. Lots of things started to come. And when I'm talking about all this machine learning and NLP, chatbots and all, it all comes under one domain, under AI. So AI, as inside AI, as I told before, inside AI itself, there are like lots and lots of different domains involved in it. One such most commonly used AI domain is machine learning. I think machine learning, we will be like seeing all this machine learning stuff in your college for each and every projects. Now, if you guys are in the third and fourth year, most probably if you're a CSE student, you will be like picking one. I'm damn sure you're going to pick one machine learning based program or a web application which uses AI and machine learning. Is it right, guys? Can you put it in the chat box if I'm right? So if you have picked any of your project, your final year project using machine learning, you can use different algorithms, supervised, unsupervised. Yeah, okay. For Sri Prakash, okay. Yes, in machine learning, uses like they are like, as I told, inside AI itself, there are like lots of number of algorithms based on your needs and what output you are required. You will be like using different algorithms. It may be supervised learning, unsupervised learning, like fuzzy logic or reinforcement learning, like that. It's going to be in machine learning. There are like a number of things, and inside AI also there are like a number of like algorithms which you can able to use. So one of the something like major thing which uses machine learning and AI is going to be image processing. I think okay, by end of this session, I try to show you that image processing, how the image processing works on. Okay, So in image processing, where it uses a different libraries when compared to the machine learning. Inside that image processing library itself, you will be like using like YOLO algorithm is there. In that you can like segregate whether you want to go with a supervised learning or unsupervised learning. All these things you can able to work it out. And when I'm talking about AI, machine learning is nothing but it's like a simple. For example, if I'm going to drive a bike, okay, first thing which I'm going to know is how to like let's assume I'm having a gear bike, okay. So I'm going to sit on the gear bike. First I need to know how to turn on the engine. After that I need to go know which is the brake, which is the clutch, and which is the like a start. It's a self start. All these things information I need to know. After that I'm going to teach myself so how to like hold the actually clutch, how much clutch should be I'm will be leaving for which gear. For each and every gear I need to leave how much of clutch, when should I hold the clutch. All these things by experience you're going to learn each and every step by step in this while learning how to drive a bike. After that you will be like after learning how the gearing works and how to brake and all, which for example in braking also you need to know what is the safest distance for the vehicle to stop. So you will be like learning by experience only, by teaching yourself only you know how the vehicle responds to you, how you need to apply the brake, how you need to accelerate, give the clutch and accelerator and all these things. And also you need to know how to like control the vehicle, how to like navigate the vehicle left side and right side using a handbar and other thing. So each and everything while driving a bike you are learning yourself based on the data which are already given. Already there's a data which shows this is how you need to drive a bike, and that is the data which is already given. So that's where the supervised learning comes into play. And when I'm again using the bike, I'm going to drive in the and doesn't know when some person is going to jump before me in the road. Some idiot is going to jump before me in the road. I need to apply the brake. That is not in my data set, right? So suddenly if a person is going to come, I'm need based on the previous data which is already given, I'm deriving a new data. I'm not need to break it before this distance. So that's how the unsupervised learning rate. And for example, and for the next thing is reinforcement learning, which is inside machine learning. You're going into let's assume you are seeing a Google map and you're going into new road, new area, or a new town. Okay, you doesn't know nothing. You're just using the Google map. Based on each and every road you are going, you will be like learning all these things about the new things about the thing. Whenever you doesn't know what's going to come in the front side or in a right side or left side, based on your decisions, if whether I'm going to the right side, then a new area you can see a new area. So based on the we can call reinforced learning something as a reward based learning. Based on the reward, the new data will be like given. And okay, clustering of data, we can like say it in both in use in supervised learning as well as in the supervised learning also. Clustering of data means for example I'm going to drive in a tight road. Okay, I'm going to drive in a tight road where it's going to be full of traffic. It's like a 8 a.m traffic. Let's assume it's a 8 a.m traffic in the streets. So it's going to be I'm going to use the apply the brakes and lots of things. I know the entire road which is I'm traveling. So I know all this data which has been like cluster. I know the entire data which what is the road in which signal I need to go, left side or right. So all these things we know it in prior. So that is a small example of clustering of data. So in machine learning, as I told, in AI, machine learning comes in. In machine learning, there are three types, which is supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforcement learning. These three things comes into machine learning. And next thing, after using AI and machine learning, then comes the robotics. So robotics is, I think everyone know what is a robot, right? So I'm just going to like tell a small definition for a robot, which I used to tell when I'm taking classes for the school students. I used to give this small definition. Okay, a robot is an electronic device which does a mechanical work with the help of a computer program. So that is what a robot is. So that is the difference between a robot and an electronic device. Okay. So Mohit sir study was talking about lots of IoT and electronic device. All this IoT and that they are an electronic device. They can't be known as a robot until and unless they are doing a mechanical work, and they need to use a computer programming to work automatically, as well as they need to use like most probably electrical all the sensors, chips and everything, the electrical part will be like present. So that is the different. It will be like doing some mechanical work along with the programmed automated work. So that is the thing which we uses in the robotics. In robotics, they are like I think in the first Arco sir was explaining using the arm. So robotics has different components, like they are like effectors, end effectors, and about the arms, how the arm works, and all these things. If possible, I think if you guys are new, you can like check the other two videos about Sile's video as well as like Arco's videos also, because they would have given you how the robot works, how the arm works and other things. So I'm not going to get deeper into this robotic subject, because you can like go through other mentors, as well as when you're coming for the RoboPack, you can able to like learn all these things. We'll be like teaching you all these things about robotics. Okay, so next thing, now the popular thing is like with deep learning. So here is the place where we are using something known as artificial neural networks. So as I was telling in the start of the session, in 1943 they came out with the artificial neurons. So from that time, now they are using this neural networks throughout in most of the machine learning process and other things. So when I'm talk about deep learning, it's like a vast subject. I just doesn't want to get you guys bored with this thing. Okay. So okay, clustering is grouping data points with the similar features, right? Yeah. Yes, that is the thing. So that's why I told you the similar features. Every day, if I'm traveling in the same road, means I will be like getting similar features only, right? The features are not going to change, right? Same road, same signals, same potholes and everything. It's good. The features are going to same. So it's just an example for that clustering. Okay. Okay, guys. So I'm getting back to the deep learning. This also uses algorithm where we are mimicking the work of I will say that deep learning is something which is like a modern version of a expert system, where we are like we are teaching the AI device or a robot to mimic the work of an human, like work the AI or the microcontroller or microprocessor which we are going to use. It's going to act like our brain, exactly like, process all the information which has been like given based how our neural networks are working. Their artificial neural networks also will be like, when I'm talking about neural networks, means our sense organs are like linked with our brain, right? Our eyes, nose, based on the data from our eyes, my ears, my leg, all these things only, sense organs only, I'm receiving the data for my brain. Similar to this only, how the deep learning works, as similar how brain is working. So when the neurons have been like used, it's taking the data from different sensing organs. For example, it may be a IR sensor, it may be like a motor. So all these things, it will gather the information, and based on the information which is already given, when I'm talking about the software side of robotics, all the information which I'm going, so this is the radius of the robot, this is how the room looks like. For example, for you guys are done spot simulation, no, I'm giving like lots of attributes about the spot. So based on the attributes and everything, how the robot needs to move, how that spot robot needs to move, we are going to program something using the neural network. So using this only, I'm going to train the robot. If there's an obstacle, what that spot robot has to do, that's what we're going to learn in the RoboPack also. We're going to learn about how to use this particular deep learning or machine learning techniques, and uses image processing. We're going to use image processing, deep learning, machine learning, AI, form the entire AI component. Okay, so then only we can make the able to move our robot. So we're going to do all this stuff. Okay, so when I'm talking about the when you're getting into RoboPack, I'll be like getting deep into this deep learning thing. And as I told, expert system, it's like Most probably nowadays they are not using for much. They're using for chatbots and other things, for which is related to NLP, to complex to solve complex programs and technique. Like take for example, for additions, if you're asking your chat GPT is like, we can say that it's like one of the best expert system which is like available right now, which uses most. It uses other systems also, but they're using expert system mostly for the chat GPT. This is one thing. And as I was telling, NLP, natural language processing. So whatever I'm like in the in your YouTube also, they have something known as a caption. If you are turning on the caption, whatever I'm saying, in whether you want it in any languages, it for example, you want to learn it in your mother tongue, like Hindi or Gujarati or anything, by turning on the caption and selecting the language, whatever I'm telling in English, you can able to see it in your mother language or any language which is your preferred language. So that is the work of this NLP. Not only for this, NLP has been like using, even as I told before, Amazon uses NLP, and most probably for digital marketing they are using this NLP. So this NLP sees for the keywords. For as I told about the Puma show, right? So if I'm typing shoes, means after next for 1 or 2 days in all my social media accounts and everything, because all these people uses the NLP techniques to get the data, and based on the data they will be like throwing you the info, like output their results for you. So based on this only, the Google is earning the money. They are taking all this data from us and they are giving it to some third party persons, and they are making us to buy by showing the ads. So that is the NLP plays a much important role. If you are overspending in your Amazon, Myntra, or Lenskart, or like anything, any like social media apps, like any e-commerce apps, that if you are overspending, this is the work of this NLP. So this is the culprit. Because of this culprit only, we are getting all this ads based on our taste, because they are using this. They are understanding the text which is given, and they are giving it to and other NLP also. They are like, we can able to like translate and give information, like that's what chat GPT is doing, right? If I am giving a text, it will be analyzing text, and based on the analyzed text, it will be like giving me an answer. So this is one of the example for chat GPT and other things. And most probably fuzzy logic is, I will say it's just I can say that it is like something which say yes or no. For example, if I need to like pass this door, like pass my room door and get out, I'm just need to know whether I need to go out or not. Yes or no. So that is the only thing which I will be like shown. Okay. So this is the work of the fuzzy logic. It's going to give you the digital values. Most probably when you're coding in the upcoming like a pack class, you will be like learning how to like code using the zeros and ones, which is the binary codes. That is all the computer science part, where the fuzzy logic comes. When I'm coming to that part, I'll be like explaining you guys. So I'm just going to like sorry, I'm just going to like go through like a few of the applications. I think my as it's okay. I I try to complete it. Okay, so some of the applications of AI are, AI has been like used in astronomy. For example, today James Telescope, today they are like seeing an exploding star. So AI technologies has been like used to capture the deep images, space images, and in Mars rover, even in Chandrayaan, they are using some AI technologies for the Mars, like the rover, moon rover, which are Pragyan, the moon rover. Recently, because I was like talking with Dr. Milesamy, another who was like a former chief for like Chandrayaan 2. He was like telling me about lots of things about the sensors and AI devices they are using in Chandrayaan 3, which is like inside the moon, the Pragyan, the rover. So like the master, NASA has its Mars rover. We have our own rover right now, which is Pragyan, which is going to go out in the moon, which is using AI, artificial intelligence. It's a purely artificial intelligence and robotics concept based robot, which is made in India. So we can say that we are a country which is driven we are fastly getting driven into AI and application. So in astronomy and in a space, they are like using AI for the telescopes, for the exploration purpose, and on lots of things. And much important thing is in AI, as I was like talking about your smartwatches. Your smartwatches able to like see using different sensors, your heartbeat, they can like feel. And recently I was like going through one of the things from Philip. So Philips, I think everyone knows the Philips company, right? They have created a AI glass which can do able to do a CRP. See the first aid for like if a person gets attack, they will be like doing the first aid. So you just need to like wear the glass and it will be like showing you how to do all this stuff. So you will be like doing it by its instruction. So in healthcare, not only in that, we have like if you are using Apollo pharmacy apps or something, they are like different apps, Med Plus, all these things they are using now. They have their own chatbots. And even in hospitals, in like in the COVID time, they were like hospitals, there are like lots of n number of applications right now which can able to test you, and which can able to like give you lots of informations about your health. In the like last 5 to 10 years, and Apple watches, they are using they are using the AI to the peak. So what are the technologies they are using it in their Apple watches, which can give you the notifications, like health notification to the person who is like in other continent itself. So AI has been like used in healthcare, in all these things, in X-ray missions and your scan systems, in your hospital needs, and in healthcare, in your everyday routine. For example, if I'm doing exercise, they are using exercise for AI based exercises. CultFit, they are using the recently I was going with CultFit. They are started to use a AI to make sure that you are doing the exercise properly. They are coming up with an AI. So a lot of things are coming. And I told you about AR and VR, right? So AR in gaming is like much, it's another important like topmost thing where you can feel as if I'm like going into, for example, I'm going to play PUBG or call like Free Fire. I will be, you can say Dota or Valorant or anything, any game. When AI is coming into the gaming with VR technology and AR technology, which I told in the start of the session, you can able to feel as if you're getting inside this game. And you must have seen in movies, like you will be like getting inside the like game, and you will be like playing. So you will be able to get this kind of experience in AI in gaming. So that is one of the biggest sector. As and I was telling about SDFC Bank and other thing now, AI and finance for in stock market, to analyzing of stock markets, for analyzing your financial conditions, and for predicting your future GP growths and all this thing. This AI has been like used in most of the things, from stock analysis till if you're planning for a trip also, there's a AI application where you can like put, this is my budget and this many friends are coming. This AI can derive which places you can like go, which are the hotels you can stay, what are the places you need to see. All this AI in finance can able to give you. So in finance they are be like use, and in data security also, they're like different words for like stopping the your I think Norton Security has its own firewall AI robot, chatbot. It's like a chatbot where it can like prevent you from cyber bugs and attacks. It will be like notifying if a malware device has been like malware system is going to get infected in a system. It will be like notifying you. So that is the work of this AI and data security. And this is like most I think I doesn't need to explain most in this social media part, because social media part, you guys are like I think everyone will be like using Facebook, Twitter. Okay, that is now Twitter X. I'm sure Snapchat users are one of the best. They are like lots and n number of AI filters which is like used in ChapSnap, and in top itself in your in your Snap, it's showing that AI. And in Instagram, they are coming up with an AI for image processing. Facebook has its own AI. Google has it. And like AI can able to, like as I was telling about SEO, which is a search engine optimization. For SEO, all the business companies uses the social media AIs to derive the data from you and to use the data. So they're using this AI in social media. And next thing in travel and transportation in cars, Tesla, MG Hector. Now even Hyundai came out with the new Blue Link technology where they uses AI powered. Tata is coming up with the AI powered cars. So lots and lots of things are coming in this travel and transportation. As I was like telling in the finance, AI and finance, I told you about application where you it can able to like give out specific what the room rates based on the amount which you're giving the like application. It can able to suggest you this hotel is the best with a high rating. So you can travel using this kind of transportation. This travels are giving you better car options or rental options. This resort gives you a much more cheaper rate for this. All these things using has been like used in AI in travel and transport. And as I was talking about transport, AI and automation industries, now Tesla is going to come into India. So Tesla is like one of the I can say, as far as the knowledge which I have, Tesla is the person who using AI in entirely in their car, from transport, like from moving the car for pathfinding and all these things. Yeah, Tesla is using. And now Nvidia is also, they have their own AI powered car. And like BMW has its own cars. Nowadays, everyone started to have their own AI powered cars. And in India also, as I was like previously talking about MG Hector, MG, Hyundai, Tata, everyone are coming to the AI in the automobile industry. It's not only, when I'm talking about automobile industry, it's not only about inside the cars. Even in the manufacturing industries also, this kinds of AI has been like used to quality check, to check the quality of the car. What is the how now the in India we are like a safe check 5-star rated cars also. So they are checking the quality in their industry itself, how durable the car can be, whether all the parts have been like fitted properly. Using the robotics and AI, they are using in the manufacturing and automobile industries. And next thing is AI and robotics. But I will say that AI is the brain of robots. To make any robot work automatically and perform a task, it needs a brain. And the brain is artificial intelligence. For the robot which we're going to do in our RoboPack, which is the spot, which is like one of the top most robot in the available now in the world. So that is one of the robot. We are also going to add the AI as a image processing on all these things as a brain for this robot. Okay. So we will be like talking more about this AI and robotics in the course. And in education now, Udemy has its own AI. And lots of course there are all lots of people. AI has been like used in education. Google Lenses is one of the like good example for AI in education. Just by scanning, you know what product is it, right? If for example I doesn't know what tree is it, just by clicking the tree image, it can show what kind of a tree, what kind of specimen, all these things, data we can get it from a AI in education. Not only in this kind of education, like image processing, lots of things are doing. Like virtual tutors are there. Uh, Virtual tutors like based on your now I can't able to see because this YouTube, like I can't able to see you guys. But if I'm in a virtual thing and you're sitting before me, I can able to analyze each and every points in your faces. So that's how the that's a bigger topic when compared to image processing. By each and every reactions you're giving in a face, it can understand whether you understand the concept or not. So based on that, it can able to teach. So that's how the AI in education has been like used. So ending up with this, okay, before ending, I just want to like share you the, as I promised, I'm going to show you a small demo of AI, which is the image processing. I think nowadays you guys have like seen facial recognitions, right? In your Apple phones or anything like in your normal Android phones and everything, you have facial recognition where you can train the data. So I'm just going to show you one of the software where you can do a similar kind of thing. Okay, I'm just going to show that. Okay, I'm just going to turn off my camera because that software needs the camera. Okay, I think the screen will be like visible. Kaustubh, can you like check whether this AI screen is visible?
It is visible. Yeah.
Okay, so you can see my face along with the things, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, sure. Thank you. So you can see this is already trained, like a pre-trained data set. So I like given like a few things like no mask. So they are like different ports where you can like give the data set. Okay, so no mask is there, banana, apple, or open hand, or fist. So this is like a predefined data set. Which now it's showing that I don't have a mask. So to full the computer, okay, I'm just going to like cover my face like this. It's going to say I'm wearing a mask because I'm holding in the structure where it looks like a mask. Okay. So if I'm going to like show my open hand to it, it's saying open hand. Or if I'm going to show my fist to it, wait a minute. Okay. Sorry. Uh, okay. Because I think it's also sensing my face. Okay. I think, oh, okay, this is the fist and this is like open hand. Okay, sorry, I was like showing down. So it can like it knows like it's an open hand, and if I'm holding it like this, it still needs much more training. Okay, so this is like one of the example for this. So it's still need much more training to be done to make it much more accessible. Okay, I'm just okay, I'm just going to share the video of the robot which I promised before.
All right. Meanwhile, up till
Okay.
that time,
Yeah.
yes, Bezleel, sir, you're back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm back. Okay. I think the screen is visible, right? Okay.
Yes, it is visible.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Sure. Just a minute. I'm getting back to this. Okay. So this is the video which I was like talking about my automated robot. So this is the camera. Okay. So that was the
All right. I think there was some network issue, Bezleel, sir.
okay.
Any
The
sort of
video is
chance?
not there.
No. It was not actually playing. That's the main issue.
Okay. Okay, guys. I'm not sure what is the issue.
No
So
worries.
okay. Okay, guys. So that is the thing about AI and robotics. I'm so sorry that I can't able to like show you that video, the working video. Okay,
Yeah.
over to Kaustubh.
Yes. So before we end this amazing session from you, sir, thank you so much for giving in complete understanding of how AI actually works. If by any sort of chance there was a lot of people who are actually wondering if you could show some works of yourself in terms of coding that we'll be probably doing in the main workshop. So if by any sort of chance you could show some code lines,
Uh,
just that it will be great for people to also understand how the main code is also going to be working. Yeah.
Okay, I just like show you the code of like a small chatbot. Okay, so
Please.
I'm okay. Okay, I'm sharing the screen.
Yeah.
Okay, so when I'm talking, you guys doesn't need to like think like coding. The screen is visible, right, Gustav?
Yes, it is visible.
Okay, the VS Code screen is visible, right?
Yes, it is visible.
Yeah. Okay. So when you guys go think about okay, I'm going to like program a robot, it's going to be huge. It's not like that. You just need to like simply know what are the tools you're going to use. So this is like a chatbot, which is like I'm using a chatbot from I'm using the data. This is a healthcare chatbot. So this is one of the projects which I like was doing recently. So I'm just using like three libraries. One is like a open AI library. So this open AI library is something which like shows you like how to like it gives you the entire list of libraries which is used for AI for machine like image processing. It can be NLP, it can be deep learning. So all these things, it's already predefined in that library. And for the making a chatbot on my own, and you think like creating a simulating a robot and simulating all this stuff is it needs like lots of coding knowledge. It's not like that. It doesn't need to like get much more of coding. So I'm just using a few libraries. So OpenAI is like one of the library, and next one is Gradio. So what is Gradio is? It's one of the library which uses which is like used to like integrate your you can create your own UI. Own UI means interface, like your web interface, like your own screen. You can create your own screen based on your design. Okay, so I just show you in the inside the code. And as I told, so this is an open API code. So this is a token. We call this as a token, which I generated from open chat GPT. So I'm using my server to be chat GPT. I'm taking all the data from chat GPT to work my chatbot. I'm using the data of the chat GPT to power my chatbot. Okay. Nowadays, we like there are like n number of data available in the market. You can use any person's any predefined data set which is already available. Okay, instead of training the data, we can also use the data. And but when it comes to robotics, we also need to train data. As I was telling in the session, we need to also train the data as well as use the predefined data also. So this is a token. And after this, what I'm doing is I'm this is like engine. There are like n number of engines, search engines are there. So this is like one of the, and I'm giving like 1024 characteristics. I think if you're a CSE background, you guys would have known like 20225. That is like one calculation is there for 1025 tokens. So I'm using the maximum token as 1025, and this is not needed. I'm just giving for namesake for temperature. And what I'm doing is I'm just creating my UI. So this is like I'm creating an input box over there. I'm telling I need a message box. So in the message box, I'm giving it should be a choice box. Okay, I'm going to give it as a choice box and a text box, and there's a return message. And for I'm going to like for this also, I'm like creating a directory. All these things will be like teaching you when you're coming to the course. What is a directories, how to use the directories, and or how to define the program. So I'm also using a predefined known which is known as history. History means already if I'm like typing a data, and the data will be like stored in your history, right? So it will be also checking the input. It will be like checking the previous input which has been like given in your history. So this like takes the list to be from the previous history, and I'm telling it to be giving as an input. After this, as I told, the using this gradio function, I'm going to create my own user interface. So the gradio container I'm creating, I'm You can use any images need. I just show you the image which I'm using. So this is the image which I'm using file. I just downloaded from the Google and just paste it over there. So this image will be also inside this area. Okay, so they will be like I'm just giving what is the color, background color, what color it should be there, so what color the chat bot should be looking like, and I'm telling what is the background color. I think this FFC, they are like color codes, so I'm using the color code. And for the feedback text, my output text box, so what color it should come on. And if I'm like marking something that cursor, no, so what color the my radio markdown should look like. And I'm like creating it to a css file. So using the css file, and what I'm going to do is I'm integrating the chatbot with the, I'm telling chatbot. So this is a chatbot. So you need to like show the check the label. For example, okay. So I'm giving the name for the chatbot. So this is the name of my chatbot. In the top of the markdown, I'm telling in the block letters, give me something known as. I think if you guys would have known about HTML, that H1. I'm just spacing and making it in the center of the screen. So this is like health companion. I'm telling this is an health companion. So this is the feedback ID. After that, I'm integrating the Gradio status, whether the state is like I'm adding a send button, because after typing we need to click send no to get the data. I'm creating the send button for the data also. After this, I'm just putting the input to be a message. So I need it to be in a paragraph or message format, right? So I'm telling to be most probably if you're done with the Google Forms. Similarly, what we are doing in a Google Form only, I'm doing it in the chatbot. After this, I'm using this chatbot. Okay, so this is only a small, it's a code for a running healthcare. It's a code for a running healthcare chatbot. Most probably I tried to run it. I'm not sure. Right, let's check. Okay, I done it in PyCharm because PyCharm is like some error with the PyCharm. I can't able to. I have not installed the OpenAI in VS Code. Okay, so that, I'm not sure whether we can open it. It will take some time because of the thing. I need to install both the libraries, Radio and OpenAI. So most probably inside in the course when you're doing, we'll be like teaching you how to install the libraries, how to use the libraries, all these things. So this is like for making a very own chatbot. I think you can see only like from 2 to it's just like 48 lines. It's for a 48 lines code, you can build your very own chatbot which can be similar to the chat GPT. So this is how easy the AI and robotics if you know to do. So but that is the one thing which I want to like share you guys when I'm talking about my equations, because the time when I started into robotics in 2014 and all, I used to like search lots of places. It took me n number of times, and lots of industrial. I worked in the industries. After getting us all this knowledge is only I can able to code it with the 48 lines or something. I can simulate or do anything. But you guys have a very good opportunity right before you, because even when you're going to come out from your college itself, you're going to know how to create your very own program code, how to create a very own robot, how to design your very own robot, what are the components, electronic components you're going to do. You're going to like do an entire line of a spot robot, which is like it's like a top right now. It's like a top robot which is like currently developed. So we're going to do something. You're going to make that similar kind of a robot. So what Castro and the team are doing is like no, I did not have that kind of opportunity when I was like it took me like 7 to 8 years to learn all this stuff. So that's you guys are like blessed to have some course like this before you. At that time there was like no courses available, even in my college days, as even in my PG, when I was doing in my PG days also, these kinds of courses were not there. So if this kinds of courses we need to like spend, we got to go for abroad courses or something like that. But here itself we got this opportunity over right before you. Over to Caster.
Thank you so much, Bezlil sir, for an amazing session. Thank you so much, sir, for this. I would really want each and every one of you to thank Mr. Bezlil for conducting an amazing session for all of you. This is just the base of it. This session completely was more focused into getting you an understanding of how AI is actually working nowadays, because there's a lot of beginners who are actually going into the field of AI and they do not have any sort of information. So before we start coding and before we go into Python, then we go into different libraries like NumPy, and we then use Conda to go into that level. It is very important for you to learn the basics first. And the basics is where you actually develop a knowledge of a little bit of theory. So that is where we wanted all of you to get focused off. At the end of the day, you saw an amazing AI chatbot that you are going to be again designing as well at the end. So it is very important for all of you to understand this entire concept, because step by step we'll be moving ahead, right? Thank you so much, Mr. Besley. Thank you so much, each and every one of you, for joining. Before we end the session, I would really want you to know this, that there's a lot that you have come across till date right now. In all the days that you have learned from the starting of the live session to today, you have understood more than 4 domains: mechanical, electronics, IoT, some parts of electrical, industrial design, which is SolidWorks. And at the end, you have also learned a lot of concepts of artificial intelligence as well, which is really very important. At the end of the day, these 5 domains, people usually do a 4-year course of BTech of one particular domain. And you have learned this 5 domains of some parts of it in just less than 5 to 6 days. And that is the power, that my equation, that is the power of tech analogy that we all give to all of you. We want to make sure that we are giving you that knowledge, that understanding, that basic concepts. There's a lot of people who want to create face chatbot, but at the end of the day, they do not know the basic lines of hello world as well. So this is where we come across, where we teach you from basics. It might hurt a lot of people, but we always come from the basics. We always go from the basics to the advanced. So all those people who were actually also commenting during this session as well, where they wanted to get a lot of more concepts, stay tuned for a lot of things that is coming up. And yes, when I was talking about a lot of things, Sunday, which is day after tomorrow, is going to be one of the most important sessions for each and every one of you to attend. It is compulsory for everyone to attend day after tomorrow session, because tomorrow we have the doubt session for artificial intelligence that you have understood today, and electronics and IoT that we had for Mohit sir. So tomorrow is going to be a doubt session, but day after tomorrow, it is mandatory for each and every one of you to come to that session, because we are coming up with a very famous thing to give to all of you. And we want to make sure that you are getting the certification at the end of this RoboPack 7 days webinar. So it is mandatory for all the people to join Sunday or day after tomorrow session in order to avail the certification. It is very important, because there's a lot of people who will not going to do that. So it is compulsory for all the people who should do it. At the end of the day, I want to tell you this, that there is something that is coming up, especially in a form of a workshop that has been told to each and every one of you. But a lot of more concepts will be told to you at the end of Sunday, which is going to be day after tomorrow. It is very important from each and every one of you to join this particular session, because you're going to get an absolute insight of all these codes, assignments, major projects, and especially industrial experience from Apple, Boston Dynamics, ABB, NVIDIA, and a lot of companies that we have tied up with for only you guys. It is very important for each and every one of you to know all this, but stay tuned, because on Sunday, we have someone very important coming up, and he is going to, change the way you think about career of robotics. And yes, we'll be also discussing about internship opportunities on Sunday as well. So you might avail some opportunities, you may not know. So it is mandatory for everyone to join on Sunday. At the end of the day, I think you learned a lot. There are going to be certificates that will be released to you after you have completed all the assignments and you have gone through all the materials in your dashboard. So for all those people who do not know about the dashboard, you can check the pinned comment of YouTube, click on that, log in into that, and go into your registered dashboard in order to avail all the benefits. It's very important for each and every one of you to understand that these benefits are only for you because we prefer teaching to all of you, and that is education, right? And I think everything has been very, very clear to you. As I told you, tomorrow we have a doubt session, and I'm repeating it as well. And at the end of the day, after Sunday, which is day after tomorrow, after we have the final day and a special, surprise for each and every one of you, we will be releasing all the certificates from the dashboard itself. I repeat, all the certificates will be only and only released from the dashboard directly to your particular email IDs. So fill the attendance and the feedback form for today also going to the dashboard. Okay. And I would really want you to complete all the assignments, submit it in the respective dashboards such that you can avail your certificates. And it is mandatory for everyone to join the Sunday because we are coming up with a special edition, especially a workshop for all of you. And we would be enlightening you everything about it. And at the end, we also have a very big surprise for each and every one of you, even internship opportunities as well. Thank you so much, every one of you, for joining the session. Take care. Good night. Bye-bye, everyone.